What is up, gamers? Franken Code here. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. And if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are going to resume Dream Daddy. Let's load it in.
Welcome.
You've got dads. Alright, last episode we did Damien. So let's go back. Okay, time to do Hugo. Let's do this. Oh, good. Dad tip 55. Liquor before beef. You're in the clear. Okay. Dad tip 78. Try not to make assumptions about people. Dad tips 50. Try to drive in a way where you never have to use your brakes. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Wanna hang sometime? Hello? I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. Yeah, indeed, uh-oh. Oh, and sorry for the cut, guys. I received a call and I had to pick it up. So... Anyways, let's get back to this. I completely understand if you don't want to, or can't make it, but I'm gonna be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. That is very relatable. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for, and they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Amanda slightly trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Ugh.
Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day, top 40s pop. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I don't remember. I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. I'm being honest, like, I thought my middle school was fine. I don't know, like, I mean, it was decent for me. Like, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. Like, it was all right. All right. Like, I thought it was fine. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who, oh, no, they all wronged me in some way, shape, or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awful. I had repressed it for so long. Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested me to help chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You got to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us the clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellington threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right. Let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What? Are you worried that a whale is gonna pop out of this touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do you have penguins there? Well, do they have penguins there? I wish there was like I really wish there was a log button so I could see like the previous text, in case I misread anything or skip anything. Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddled around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo. Oh no. It's been depackable all morning. We're short-handed, and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. Yeah, pretty much. And short-handed, that's believable. Especially since no one wants to be especially as a lot of people don't want to be bus drivers or teachers anymore, or involved in education because man, it's bad, it's terrible. But it pays decently. Yeah. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a grapple of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. Definitely not. Like middle school or not, they are. Like kids are not. Like kids. They're not stupid. Like the thing is, a lot of adults like to undermine and underestimate kids. Like do not do that for all, because like not all, because they may not act like it, but they are smart. They are not stupid. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive staple packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for your grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. Reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Yes, teacher hacks are really good. Very helpful. Keeps kids occupied. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man and the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile preservance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. That right there is a loinfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Whoa. Their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, like, keep it there? Oh, they're relatively harmless, so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis? Cool. Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... I'm not gonna know the best option. Which fish? There's a lot of fish here. Yeah? Did you know that? Political fish trivia. Paranormal. Psychiatric, why not? This is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression. Wait, are you serious? Serious as a heart attack? We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes. That's a clownfish. Okay, yeah, that was not good. How do I impress this man? American longfish. I'll say this, yeah? Did you know that paranormal, why not? This fish sleeps upside down, but contrary to popular belief, it is not an actual vampire. That's the vampire fish. Wait, are you serious? No? I'm playing it for the gag here. Huh, good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, the other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. I am definitely not gonna bother going back to find the best option for that. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. A Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the shiny little blurbs around different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow. I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. I don't want to make it obvious. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? Let's see. What? Hugo turns bright red. Maybe I put it too thick. Yeah. When you like someone or have a strong interest in someone, don't make it obvious. Please, guys, don't make it obvious. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. That's a very astute point, Fern Can. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Ferncan? Hell no. Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Yes, very relatable. That's something I would do. I would never like touch the fish. Like, even at SeaWorld, I would never touch. It just feels so weird. No. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones here I am being Nemo. Anemone. I'm not. Anemones are perfectly safe to touch. I hope I got that. I hope I pronounced that word correctly. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I guess, yeah, I mean, well, there is truth in that. I drive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hardest carapace of the horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away some. Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why is that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Oh no. Susan, get back here. Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Wanna tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm not afraid to hit a child. No, I am not saying that. I had a bug go down for that once. He came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move.
Sweet man, Jacob.
Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and the hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us.
Oh.
Look over here. Hugo points so some seahorses gather at the bottom of the tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
Hey.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Hey.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All, however, many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not that. It's not really my speciality, but I do make it a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. Yes, very good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees her and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, everybody, everybody! I have an announcement. The whole room turns toward Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and I'm greeted by a cold blast of air. Oof. Is this gonna be a minigame? Psst. Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me.
I don't know.
Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somewhat enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Live in your closet. They won't be free in your closet. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions, so they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law. Try to relate to her, bribe her. Oh, bribing a child. I'm like, okay. Okay, I mean, I would say 1 and 2 would be the best options here. But 3 is the last resort. I mean, I'm going to try all 3. I'm curious. Lay down the law. I prepare to raise my voice at Molly and then hesitate. Is it weird for me to raise my voice at a stranger's kid? Like, is it parenting Fox Pass or something? Not really, because teachers raise their voice as soon as at kids all the time. I mean, you have to, or else they'll walk all over you. Money, give me money. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, we'll give it to me right now. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we'll have a deal. We moved to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realized there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Pay your bills early. Block the bird! Alright, mini game now? Oh, okay, use the mouse too. Okay, cool. No! This is a very weird mini game. I can just infinitely blast them. No! One of them escaped. Four penguins escaped. Aw, man. Oh, yes. Still got an S rank. Let's go. Phew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his adversary penguin speech. And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of the sense of duty. Everyone starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over.
Oh, no.
Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Huh?
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose so that they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the book. You're not off the hook, Molly. Fern can. Did you just bribe a child? I bribed. Yeah, I did. But I don't want to tell him that though. I don't know what she's talking about. You can't play by the rules. I mean, well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I like the last two options. I'm gonna say this one first. Listen, man. We've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Another crafty ruse spun by Molly Henderson, master thief and chief manipulator. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Yeah, he didn't believe that. What if I said the first option? I bribed a child. I think he'll get upset or get bothered if I straight up admit it. It was the only way to get her out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not proud of her either, or of my penguins facts lecture. But at least we got her out. Oh, okay, he liked that. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Fern Can, thank Thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. I'm all about cheese boards. There is nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Yep. Woo! Great. Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How's the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
Aww.
We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Yeah.
You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. Surprised he helped complete a convert op. He's usually kind of what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes.
Oh.
You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Okay. S rank, baby. Woo!
I'm JK rolling with the light.
Okay.
Welcome. You got this.
Oh, Mr. Vega and Damien? Hugo and Damien. Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can't I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I gotta destroy this computer. Burn can. This is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? No, you can run Derek's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive. But once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Burn can. Do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. See that art. Let's go see some art. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly artwork, to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel like just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Fern can? Oh, Joseph's here. I turn around. It's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me how could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciator? Appreciatist? Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Yep. Admittedly, a little out of my depth here. Thank God. I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it. Since I'm a minister. I guess. The points are get you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are you? Where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve. Good eve, good eve, good eve. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead and nothing is real. You know I am. You know I love looking at paintings that are in frames and also paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff. Well put, Fern Can. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. Talk art with Hugo and Damien. Get cheese. I don't want to be rude though. I got invited to art, so I should look at art. I can't do both. I do one or the other. Okay, I'm gonna do talk to art. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. So, what's this first place? This particular artist specializes in landscape painting of various locales within the American Northeast. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Damien and Hugo lean in, examining the paintings in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct. Valid assessment, Fern Can. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy. Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic. Sometimes the butts are metaphors. Sometimes art is about the butts they don't draw. Yeah, art is very, very subjective. Interesting. Joseph returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. Let's go. What I miss? I can have both. Butts. Shame. The cheese is nice, though. Shall we visit the next place? We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hangs on the walls. Oh geez. What am I looking at here? This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. Is it a Picasso paint? Abstract, like a Picasso? Not Picasso. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. It's a metaphor. It seems to be an attempt to visually represent a universal experience. That's really powerful, Fern Can. Care to expound on it? With pleasure. These vivid, simple forms communicate a soul melody that is betrayed by the raw expressiveness of the brushwork, which, in a way, speaks to the essential nature of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of a contemporary life are both conceptualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of the pre-Oriental consciousness. Slow down there, Fern Can. Do us a favor and keep it simple. It's a butt. Everyone stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I can't help feeling your initial argument may be closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist likes butts. Liked butts. You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing this piece of the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving toward digitalization. Wow, how do you figure that? That's what it says on the placard. Oh, let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that. Excuse me? Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Okay. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and actual wine and cheese. We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it gonna be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us. So, quick question. Shoot. What is happening? I second this question. Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Code. Fear of existence? The very humanity of being human? They really like screaming butts? What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about what they're saying. More about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art with almost every other form of art. Music, painting, photography. The artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art, as Catharus. That's beautiful, Damien. So, what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I, really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard stare. I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd. Wise. We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew! I think I'm all art out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lured me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun. Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too. I feel like it's more appropriate imagery.
Oh.
Plus, it'd be ridiculous. A nice Emmentaler, possibly. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. I think I paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really? Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool. What about you, Ferncan? Yeah, I knew it was gonna give me a series of choices. Food artistry, food landscapes, tasteful news for the artist. Oh wow, food artistry. I would probably do still lives of various foods, bowls of fruit, maybe some bread in there. Basic stuff. Would there be cheese involved? See, I thought about that, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing. Excellent point. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys, good art. Good art. Agreed. See you guys around? Whether you want to or not. We're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over.
Welcome. You got dads.
Oh, the next one's Joseph. Okay. Alright, gamers, I'm going to stop the video right there. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, then simply like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Peace out, gamers.